There we go. Nope. What's up, everyone? As always, we'll give everyone about 5 minutes to roll in. We do have 4 spots still open in the basketball jersey. It is the Deuce series. Trying to think if any headliners didn't get claimed, pictured headliners. Craig, what's up, man? Who didn't get claimed on this list? Durant didn't get claimed. Bryant is locked. Stockton did. Clark did. Joke. SGA didn't get claimed, and neither did Durant. So there's 2 pictured headliners. But let's look at the. I'll put this out here. We've got 4 spots left. It's 21 per spot. You'll get 2 randoms, so essentially $7 per player. We will also have 5 solos that need to be sold, and I'll run those, and we'll give it a second for people to claim some up. But that's the only thing we have open tonight. We have hockey's full besides 1 solo. I think it's Kyle Connor. It's available for $8. Radke's closed. Big Al's full size is closed. Hockey is closed besides that one. Baseball's closed, and randoms have been run. So just basketball left. We'll see if we can get these last 4 claimed up, and then I'll run the random. There'll be a few solos left. I think when we ran this series last time, it was 50 names, and I don't want to say that made it easier, because it doesn't. I think more names makes it easier, but there should be a picture in the Facebook post. But let me go show you. I was just leaving this up for those that need to claim this one still. Let me go over here and show you. Jay, you had Banks. I hate it when it asks me to convert it to a table. Claim Banks, you got Wade Boggs, Alex Gordon, Marcelo Zuna, and Carlton Fisk. We have Carlton Fisk in the Big Al's license jerseys too. But yeah, we have 4 spots left here to close us. Everything else is full besides the Kyle Connor solo spot. These are all the names that are still available. Great names. I'll read them off in a second here, but again, we'll get rolling in about 2-3 minutes. But we're not going to do any of the football stuff until we get basketball full. So we can run baseball and hockey before basketball if we want to. But we'll hold off on Radke and Big Al's until we get B-ball good to go. And again, I've lifted it up above there. It's $4. 4 spots left, $21 per spot. You'll get 2 randoms. I'll read off the list here of who's left. I might as well do it now. The poll is up. By the way, guys, I switched the bounty player instead of Jack Ham. We're going to do Deion Sanders now on a lunar for the mini. So we'll use this one for the next few times unless it gets 1 before I can switch it out again. If you guys tie and don't win or lose, we bump it up to a full size. If you lose, we keep it mini. If you win, someone wins the mini. Okay, players that are still left in the licensed NBA jersey. It's our first jersey from this case. The last time we opened a case of this, we hit the headliner LeBron James. I'd love to hit Kobe Bryant. It's locked, so you can't claim Kobe, but as long as you're in the break, you'll have a chance to win it if we do pull him. Players that are left: Allen Iverson, Anthony Hardaway. I always wondered. You say they'll take Penny. I always wonder why they don't put a, I guess, real name. You got it, Jay. So I've got you with Anthony Hardaway. Let me take him off. There's a few guys on this list like Hardaway and McGrady that I just love. I was always a McGrady fan. Okay, so 3 spots left here. I'm going to read off the rest of the names. We'll move over to baseball and hockey first, and then come back and do basketball, but I'd love to get this one full. We're still going to have 5 solos that need to be sold for $7 a piece as well. 3 spots left. So Cade Cunningham, Chet Holmgren. That's a fun jersey. We just had one on Big L's. Clyde Drexler, Kobe White, Cole Anthony, Damian Lillard seems to be in every product we have. De'Aaron Fox, also a fan favorite name for Gold Rush. Diana Taurasi, we pulled her before in the past case. Mutombo, with him passing, that's a cool jersey now. A lot of them are inscribed too. Dirk Nowitzki, awesome. Dominique Wilkins, Donovan Mitchell, Cleveland jersey now instead of Utah, I would assume. Evan Mobley, Gary Payton, Hakeem Olajuwon, John Morant, Jalen Green, Jalen Suggs, Jamal Murray, James Harden, Jason Kidd, Joel Embiid. I've never seen an Embiid. That'd be awesome to pull one. I've seen other people pull them, but not me. Cat, I don't know if that's Minnesota Cat or New York Cat. We'll see if we see one. Karl Malone's still out there, the mailman. Kevin Durant's one of the pictured headliners that hasn't been claimed yet. Kevin Garnett, KG is a great one to get. Kevin Love, now a Jazz man in his 45th season. Go Jazz. Trade away all our talent for old guys. I guess you could say we didn't have talent. Klay Thompson. Just got a Klay Thompson in for Big L's. The second one. I have 2 now. One's in the dollar break. One's will be in Big L's license. If I knew Tom was a Hawk, I would buy. Yeah, I bet he's a Nugget. But now that we're saying that, you never know. LaMelo Ball's in there. Larry Johnson, Grandma Paolo Banchero is there. Patrick Ewing is there. Paul Pierce is a cool one on the licensed jersey to get. We have them in Big L's every once in a while. Ray Allen also cool. SGA, the MVP. Not claimed. He's the other pictured headliner that hasn't been claimed. Sean Kemp, Stephon Marbury, Tony Parker. Awesome jersey, Tony. We haven't seen him in a while. Last one was Big L's. Tracy McGrady. Just got a McGrady in. That'll be in Big L's in the next few weeks, I'm sure. I got scammed on a Hawk jersey for him. I was an idiot. Did you? That happens. Happens to us all. Trae Young. Yao Ming is a great name. But probably one of the more expensive jerseys in the series, and we just don't ever see him. And then Zion Williamson. So some fun names there. We need 3 left to get this closed. I don't want to run randoms with 3 openings because then we'll have 9 plus 5. It'll be 14 solos. So we'll just slowly chip away at those. There's 3 left. Just 21 per spot. And you'll have 3 players. The one you claim and 2 solos. But it is 9:10 Eastern. Let's get rolling here on baseball. We'll come back and try to fill it after baseball. We'll go to East Coast. We'll come back, and then before we move on to football, we'll get the basketball going. Okay, in baseball, again, there's 96 names. I'm not going to read them off. So if you want me to read your line, I can do that for you. I'm happy to do that. It's posted on the page. I know it just ran like a half an hour ago, but it is there. If you want me to read your line or lines, let me know, and I'll read them off to you. Obi's got A.J. Burnett, Gunnar Henderson, Garrett Cole for sell or possibly trade. For sell, they would be up for $3 a piece. In trade, you would just shoot them an offer. See where we go from there. We are down to our last box, so I don't need to random anything here. So I'm going to give it a second here for you guys to look at your randoms and consider Obi's offer. All the while, let's see if we can get the basketball closed. Got a notification. That's not for me. Well, it is for me, but not one I need to look at. Okay, last call on Burnett, Gunnar Henderson, Garrett Cole. I just got a Gunnar Henderson license too for the series. So we got an Orioles Henderson. And we'll replace some of these baseballs we will pull. We pulled Nolan Ryan, we pulled Frank Thomas and Roger Clemens. I also bought a Jeff Bagwell Astros throwback jersey. That'll be a cool one to put in there. I've not seen him pulled before. Okay, I don't see anyone biting Obi, so we're going to get rolling here. Again, those 3 are $3 a piece, or you can offer to trade, but let's get moving. Poll is up. You guys are going wide receiver heavy with running back tight end right behind, just like yesterday. No more Jack Cam unless if the winner that wins wants to trade and do Jack Cam instead of Deion Sanders, you can. I still have them both. But Deion Sanders Lunar with gold ink is now the Bounty Mini, so that's a cool mini there. Beckett certified. Let's roll. Let's do baseball first, and then we'll do hockey here in a second. Okay. Autographed baseball jersey, Series 1. Final one. I don't know if we pulled our headliner from this case. The 7% must be me on the QB. I'm trying to think. Out of 15 votes, yeah, probably. There's one or two of you on the quarterback. That's funny. Wide receiver heavy right now. So hopefully we get a headliner name here. We pulled some fun ones. So I don't know if we pulled our case hit. Not always the case. Wild Thing would be cool. Is he on the headliner picture? No, he's not. Tom Glavine, Piazza, yeah. There's some fun names on this checklist, and there's no more of these series, guys, in this case. I went to go buy another case. Well, I kind of held off anyways. I didn't know if I wanted to do more than one case in a row. When I went to check today, they were out, so I bought some baseballs. We've got some Hit Parade baseballs coming. I think 4 of them. The headliners look awesome in it, so I'm excited to do those. We'll be doing this. Yeah, Brian, I've known about him for a long time, but that's funny that came out today. There's been several guys that I avoid, and he was, if you know about him. If you don't, I'm sure he got a lot of people. But I definitely saw that today. Okay, let's get rolling. Baseball jersey up first. I think these are faced the right way. Him and a few others that just people knew before you knew, if that makes sense. Okay, here we go. No way. Really? Oh my gosh. I don't know if I anyway, we'll talk about that later. That's not really a topic I care to discuss here, but I think he's pumping it up to make himself seem cooler than what he is. I don't think it's as large as he says he is, but yeah, I knew about him. That's crazy. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. I feel like I should know who this is. 58. I'm not the baseball guy. Brad sent me a book to read. I've got it upstairs. I need to start reading it in an attempt to get me to be a baseball fan, and I'm excited to read it. Who's 58? Well, if you guys don't know, I'm going to turn around here. Red, and I don't know if that's navy blue or black. It's probably navy blue. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. We have pulled him before in the past. That's Jonathan Papelbon. That's cool. I forget. Maybe it was just the last time we did regular licensed jerseys. Sorry, the licensed jerseys, I think, was where we pulled them. I don't think we got them from a custom. This is on a custom, and it is a nice Red Sox jersey. So I guess that is, I can tell with the numbers, or sorry, the letters more than the numbers, that that's navy blue. Jonathan Papelbon. That's a cool jersey. Boston Red Sox. Backup certified on this one. Let me fold it up, and then I'll look through the list of 90-something names. Pitcher, correct? I thought he was a pitcher. Putting myself out there. Let's see. Closer. Nice. There it is, up towards the top. That is going with the Ken Griffey Jr. spot. So Ken Griffey, he had Stan Musial, Papelbon, Chipper Jones, and Nolan Arenado. That's a good line there. Jeff H. Jeff H. with the Jonathan Papelbon Red Sox jersey. That's cool. Nice hit, Jeff. Congrats. I'm trying to think from this case if I know we've removed the names, but I'm trying to remember. Once a week isn't really enough to keep my memory up to date on them, but something for maybe pitcher's headline in there. Maybe you already got one. I just forgot. Okay, congrats. Let's move on to hockey. Just Kyle Connor left in the hockey jersey. We're down to 4 boxes left, 27, 43, 46, and 51. Again, guys, we're doing basketball next, and we have a little bit of work to do there. So if it takes a second, we'll just sit on it for a little bit. 3 names left to close us. It's $21 per name. It is the licensed basketball jersey from Gold Rush. The baseball was the custom series. You'll pick a player, you'll get 2 players at random. I can read off the names again, or you can pause it here, but we'll get there. Pull Ovi, please. I'd love to pull Ovi. Ovi, Bobby Orr would be awesome. Just I'm looking for a claimed hit here. Would be great. Get Matthews up there. That's an awesome jersey. Let's read these off. We'll come back and we'll try to close basketball as soon as this one's over. Again, the only thing left here on this licensed NHL jersey is Kyle Connor, the Ginger Sniper for the Jets. Okay, this one, Joseph, I've got you with Waugh and Skinner, Jeff H., Matthews, and Giroux. Jonathan R., you have Solani and Jesper Bratt. Greg, you have Parayko, Vernon, Vasilevsky, and Palat. Brian W., you have Wolf and Stutzel. Joseph, you have Fuhr and O'Reilly. Jeff H., McMichael and Kopitar. Jonathan R., you have Keller and Mercer. Dylan, you have Hagel, Foligno, Wool, and Askarov. Louis, you have Rust and Eriksson Ek. John, you have Kachuk and Cooley. Brian, you have Aho and Newhook. Christian, over Waffle Board, you have Sundin and Nyland. Christian, I forget. I know you were different this week. You weren't yesterday, but you're still tomorrow, right? Still Thursday? I got to remind myself because I keep remembering it 2 minutes after the hour and screwing myself over. Larry V. Luckily, it didn't bite me this time. Larry V. Esposito and Ekholm tomorrow. Okay, that's what I thought. Bill S. Barbashev and Garland. Chris O., Marchenko, and Krause. Jonathan R. You had Smith and Perfetti. And then our 4 solos, Kyle Connor still left for $8. O'Brien's taking them. Brian, you'll take Connor. You got it. Good luck to you. The Ginger Sniper. Schwartz going to Brian W. Colton going to Nick. And Christian, you took Josie. For those that join my jersey breaks, if you want to look at other jersey breaks for hockey, Christian is really, I mean, I do some with East Coast, the people that make this series. He runs his own series as well, and I join that. But other than that, the only hockey jerseys I join are Christian or Waffle Board. So if you want to know where to find them, you can reach out to me, and I'll have you join as long as you don't claim my players. I'm joking. Anyways, let's get rolling here. Thank you, Brian. I appreciate you. Next up is basketball. We're going to sit on that for a few minutes till we get it closed. There's 3 left to close this. Bunch of fun names, and we're also going to have some solos that need to be claimed up, but we'll work through it. Let's get our box. Let's copy these down to the last 4. $27, $43, $46, $51. $43, $46, $51. Okay. Is Yao available? He is. I was just saying Yao is so not common to see, and I don't know why they don't have him as a pictured headliner. I mean, I guess they do what they want, but if I were making that list, Yao would be one of the ones I would choose. Ty, you got it. Okay, so 21 for Yao. You can't see me, but I'm typing it over here. Ming, even though his last name might be Yao. I don't know how they do it. Okay, so down to 2 left there, but we'll get to that in 1 second. Let's run these 7 times. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 46 stayed on top the last 2 or 3. 46 is what we're rolling with. 7 times, correct? 46. Let's get my list back up. 46. Right there. You guys know I'm holding out hope for one more pictured headliner. I'd love to get one of the locked ones, but I mean, we had a little less than a fourth of these, so I'd love to get 3 headliners. We've hit 2, including the biggest one possible. Let's see where we go. 46. You guys know I love me the hockey jerseys. Good luck, everybody. Okay, should be upside down backwards. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, we know who that is. Is this a premium? Fanatics premium? That is Stützle. Tim Stützle. Ottawa Senators, I'm pretty sure it is. And that's an Adidas Pro. Nice jersey. And with the hyphenated U, which is great. Before I pull this out, who had Stützle? Pretzel. Brian W., you had Dustin Wolf and Tim Stützle. He's been a headliner in the past, doesn't quite make the pictures now, but he's a great hit. Last few we pulled out have been awesome hits that just barely, wouldn't make the pictured headliners. Brian W. hitting the Ottawa Senator. Beautiful jersey. Gosh darn, I know. Yeah, there's a lot of good names. There's a few on there that it may be because we've seen a few more Stützle jerseys. Some of those names like Dustin Wolf, new and upcoming, that's on the headliner list. Barkov is a little less common too. There's just too many fun names that he's got to shuffle the pictures around. I get that. And I think Stützle and Scheifele barely miss the list sometimes. Great hit, Ryan. Congrats. Sorry to everyone else. I know that these hockey jerseys are fun to win. Some of you guys are on some losing streaks. I'm rooting for you every week. I root for all you guys. Okay. Hold on. This song has been eluding me. I didn't know what it was called until now. I need to put it on my favorites list. There it is. Great hit, Brian. Congrats. I still think we have a headliner in there. I think we're back heavy on this series. We hit Connor McDavid about the halfway mark, and we've been hitting great hits ever since then. So I'm hopeful. Okay, let's get back to basketball. We got a little bit of work to do, and then we'll move on with everything else that's filled up, and then get some live fills. We had Jay Scotty and Ty grab Hardaway and Ming, so there's just 2 main spots left, and then we're going to have a few solos that you guys can try to snag after I post them here. So Ming and Hardaway, I removed both of them. Okay, 2 spots left. Again, this is licensed jersey series. Brand new case. Been here for about a week, but we're ready to roll with it now. 6 boxes in there. Every one of these jerseys is licensed. They're not all Nike. There's a few other styles in there too. These are the players that are left. $21. You pick one player, you get 2 more, so essentially $7 per player, and then we'll have a few solos. The names that are left, 2 need to be claimed. Allen Iverson, Alonzo Mourning, Cade Cunningham, Chet Holmgren, Clyde Drexler, Kobe White, Cole Anthony, Dame Time, De'Aaron Fox, Diana Taurasi, Dikembe Mutombo, Dirk Nowitzki, Dominique Wilkins, Donovan Mitchell, Evan Mobley, Gary Payton, Hakeem Olajuwon, John Morant, Jalen Green, Jalen Suggs, Jamal Murray, James Harden, Jason Kidd, Joel Embiid. There's some great names on this list. Cat, Karl Anthony Towns, the Mailman, Karl Malone, Kevin Durant, the Durantula, KG, Kevin Love, Klay Thompson, LaMelo Ball, Larry Johnson, Paolo Banchero, Patrick Ewing, Paul Pierce, Ray Allen, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, SGA, Sean Kemp, Stephon Marbury, Tony Parker, Tracy McGrady, Trae Young, and Zion Williamson. I wish I still had my blue T-Max that I wore as a kid. They looked so stupid. I thought they were so cool, though. Blue and white. They look like water moccasins. I rocked my T-Max. Okay, so 2 left. We'll hang out for a second here until we get those claimed, and then we'll have to have a few solos claimed as well. After I run the randoms, that is. Trey is available. He is. Trae Young's out there, Mark. I'll reserve it for you if you want it. I know you're asking for it, but let me know if you don't want it. We do have an Atlanta Hawk on the list. And we don't know if Dikembe Mutombo is a Hawk or a Nugget, as we were talking about with Jay. John, you can take Paul Pierce. Those two would close us up. So let's do that. Just confirm, John, I'm assuming you want him. You're saying, can I take him? Trae Young, Paul Pierce, two great players, two great picks. Mark is taking Young, and John is taking Pierce. Okay, so that's 18 spots. We have 41 there, so we're going to have 5 solos when I run this. So let's run these randoms. I just jacked up my music by taking that out of my ear. There it goes. Well, let's run these randoms. The first 30, whatever it is, 36 will be assigned non-snake order, so 1 through 18, 19 through 36. The final 5, as soon as you see them on that 7th roll, they'll be available for $7 a piece down here. So you can claim them in the chat. Just have to claim one at a time like we do with the licensed jerseys later on. Thanks for helping me close that one, guys. I appreciate you. So it should be 41 names here, and then we'll just slowly get rid of a solo each week as we catch up. There's 1, 2, 21, correct, Mark. 21 for your spot. 3, 4, 5, 6, and our last random 7. Our solos are Damian Lillard, Sean Kemp, Zion Williamson, Hakeem Olajuwon, and Larry Johnson. If you want one of those, you can claim them in the chat. They're $7 a piece. The rest are assigned to claims. 7, that's not going to bug me. Okay, where were we? Where were we? Okay, let me see who's got what. I'll read these off. Larry, Ty, I got you. Hakeem Olajuwon going to Bill B. Hakeem the Dream. Sean Kemp. Did Sean Kemp have a nickname? I can't think of. Zion going to Chad. Got you, Chad. You claiming Halliburton today, Chad, or yesterday, made me feel bad for you. I can't believe that he gets hurt in the first quarter of Game 7. Just still annoying. Damian Lillard is our last player left for $7. I'm going to read off randoms, and we'll get Lillard claim while we're waiting here. Cody, you have Caitlin Clark, one of 2 women in this series, Clark and Taurasi. Kemp was the Rain Man. That was his nickname? That's cool. I've never heard that about him. Never heard that nickname. Cody, Clark, Iverson, and Fox. Chad, Halliburton, Donovan Mitchell, and Embiid. Jeff V, you have Curry, Marbury, and Taurasi. Jonathan R, Giannis, Wilkins, and Ewing. Brad, Jokic, Peyton, and Thompson. Bill S, you have Tatum, McGrady, Parker, Wembanyama, Murray, and Alonzo Mourning. Dave, you have Nash, Kevin Durant, and Cole Anthony. Tim, you have Wade, Suggs, and White. It's Tim's birthday, everyone. Wish him a happy birthday. I doubt he's watching, but happy birthday, Tim. I'm horrible at birthdays, so if I missed your birthday, I'm sorry. I just happened to see his today. Jim, O'Neal, Jason Kidd, and John Morant. Craig, you had Stockton, Malone. Look at that. Stockton to Malone and SGA. Nick, Bird, Cunningham, and James Harden. Larry V, you had Rodman, Holmgren, and LaMelo Ball. Jonathan R, Robinson, Banchero, and Clyde Drexler. Jay, you had Hardaway, Evan Mobley, Dirk Nowitzki. Ty, you had Yao Ming, Kevin Garnett, and Karl Anthony Towns. Mark, you had Trae Young, Ray Allen, Kevin Love, and then John, you closes with Paul Pierce, Mutombo, and Jalen Green. I guess there's well, never mind, that's the wrong claim. Okay, Lillard, and then Ty, you had Kemp and Johnson. Bill B, you had Olajuwon, and Chad, you had Zion Williamson. Lillard's last one left. If he goes unclaimed, so be it. Let's close this. Let's roll a dice and figure out which box we're going to open. Well, let's open this up first to make sure it's. Sometimes they're facing this way. Sometimes they're going this way. Either way, it'd be 1 to 6 or 1 to 6 with the label up front. Let's see how they're in this one. My guess is they're stacked this way. I hope it's that way. It is. Thank goodness. They keep doing this though. They got the label here, and then they're in here upside down according to this way. Whatever. We're headed this way. So let me get my. Oh, I need a new sticker. Hold on. Used my last one yesterday on the Radke boxes. My drawer full of stickers, and I can't even find any that work. Just for future reference, so we can use these. Whoa, this thing of stickers is maybe got warped by some water. That one's not going to work. I have water in here, or is that in shipment? Just ignore. I sound like an old man that's lost his marbles. I'll put them on this way. One's up front, and two, and three. Oh no, come here. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, let's roll and get a number. We got 1 up front and 6 in the back. Last one available is Damian Lillard for 7. But we're going to roll as soon as we get this number. Can't roll a wrong number. 1 it is. First box. Nice. Box 1 is the front one here. Here's our number 1. Kobe Bryant, first box. Lock it in. Man, I'd love it if we pulled Kobe. We pulled a lot of big names. We never pulled Kobe. This is the exact series that we pulled our only LeBron from. We asked from you guys to trade, huh? Okay, so box here, box 1. Good luck, everyone. Thanks for helping me close this basketball jersey. We'll do it again next week. Hoping for some fun names. We usually get a couple really cool names per case. Let's see if we start with one that not really a name on that list that I don't like. As you can see, it's just folded. It's not cut, but it's looks a little weird. Let's see if it's going upside down. Oh, it's going this way. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Hey, we got the nameplate and the number all together. We just had them hit not long ago in Big Al series, and now we're seeing them again right here from the Gold Rush License series. And that was one of the solos, wasn't it? Ty. I can't say my fellow statesman anymore because you moved away from me, Ty. So remember, we've got 2 Ty L's in the group. One that claims a lot. This Ty right now is the one that runs our mini. So 2 different ties. So if you want to give them crap, now's the time to do it. Don't ever give them crap. You guys can always blame me. But Ty used to live very close to me, and now he doesn't. So bummer, bummer. Ty, great hit, man. And he's a Cowboys fan, so that kind of goes against him a little bit, but not any more than being a Packer fan does, right? Larry Johnson. Beautiful Mitchell and Ness. I like seeing a Mitchell and Ness come out here. Grandmama. Beautiful hit. Should be a swingman. Swingman. 1994, 1995, Larry Johnson. Great start. I love the jerseys. The older jerseys. This one's cool. Different colored stripes. Retro to some degree. Larry Johnson, Mitchell and Ness. Great start. Not one of the huge names, but an awesome name. Fun fan favorite name. Ty, congrats, man. Ty also doesn't have the best luck with me, so there's a hit for you, Ty. That's an awesome jersey. I always tell you guys, I deny you. I always tell you guys that I try to run the items that I would love to be in and join if someone just copied my room and did everything. Everything that gets hit here, man, I look at all the stuff and I feel jealous. You know, there's a lot of fun items. Try to find stuff that I think will be fun to hit, and hopefully it translates to you guys liking to hitting them. Doesn't always work that way. Okay, we're going to close the poll because it's pretty unanimous. I mean, it's not close. Not as close as it was the other night. We've done 3 jerseys. I didn't realize we had 3 jerseys today because we switched the basketball out. Says it was, but haven't been home yet since mail's been delivered. Okay, so it might be there waiting for you. We've done our basketball jersey, our baseball jersey, and our hockey jersey. Now it's time to do our full-size football helmet for Radke. Of live fills tonight or the rest of the night, we're doing a 4-boxer here that's already full. Next up will be a 3-boxer. That'll be our only Big Al's full boxer live fill for the night. We're at the end of the series here. I think this puts us at like 112 after today. About 10 more helmets to go in the series before we shut it down. 120-ish is where we stop, and I think that'll give us Saturday, Monday, and then the last team standing and the Wonka winner should put us around 123 or 24 or something. So that's what we're doing. So we're doing this 4-boxer in a second, 3-boxer. We'll do a Radke live fill, and then we'll do some licensed jerseys, a 2-boxer, multi-sport, lots of fun names. No new additions for Monday, just 62 to claim now instead of 64. We'll add 4 tomorrow. Okay. Enough talking. Radke, we're still in our STS series. This one has Greg with Pittsburgh, Giants, San Francisco, Rams, Indy, and the Jets. Joseph K., you have Detroit and Baltimore. Brad, you have Cleveland, Tampa, Philly, and the Chargers. Tim, you have Minnesota, Tennessee. Greg, Buffalo, Denver, Cincy, Seattle, Atlanta, and Jacksonville. David L., you have Washington and Arizona. Matt S., you have Green Bay, Houston. David L., you have Dallas, New England. Jonathan R., Carolina, Miami. Brian W. of New Orleans, Las Vegas, Kansas City, and Chicago. We don't need to run the random.org because this is our single box or single case still. So next Wednesday, we'll start our double case of the same series. We have debunked that they're all STSs, so they're not all STS. But our headliner per case should be an STS. We have boxes 2, 3, 4, and 6. 2, 3, 4, 6. Roll till we get one of those. There we go. 2. We opened 2. They were both reps. I do feel like we've got some good stuff left in this case. So we should have 3 authentics and 1 rep left from the remaining 4. Well, let's start with box 2. Box 2. Unlike the limited series, if you hit a limited, you know it's a limited, and you know you've hit your headliner. But some of these other series, you could hit a big name and think it's the headliner, and I guess this series we'll have a better idea if it's an STS. But there could be multiple STS headliner type names in the case. We'll see how it goes. We also saw that some of the headliner names were both reps and authentic. Guess an OSU on this? I should start doing a guessing game every day, but I only do them on Mondays. Okay, here we go. I see a team. Who's Radke exclusive? I don't know if they have any exclusives. Gronk definitely signs a ton for him. Brett Favre signs a ton for him. There's a lot of guys. I don't know if any of them are exclusive Radke. But they might be. 3, 2, 1. Gronk's probably the number 1 name you could think of for Brett Favre, those 2. We've got a Buffalo Bill, and this is an STS 2.0. We've now pulled 2 2.0s, no 1s and no 3s. Thinking it was Monday? I've been there. That's a good thing if you thought it was Monday and it's already Wednesday. Buffalo Bills. Could this be our headliner? I think there was a Bill pictured in the headliner pictures, but I don't know if it was this style or not. It wasn't. That doesn't mean anything. Buffalo was, that's Greg. Greg on spot 8. Alan was on a 1.0. He was on the pitchers. 3, 2, 1. But he's not on this one. They've got I've already told you guys, they do a lot of STSs. A little easier to build cases with headliners. And boy, oh boy, did we get one there. 2.0, Josh Allen. I just checked and it was a 1.0. So I thought maybe it wasn't him either. Big time hit. If I haven't told you guys I love Radke, I already know I have, but I do love Radke. What a fantastic hit going to Greg. Greg, congrats. Buffalo Bills MVP Josh Allen, and this is obviously, for those, I always get people asking, is it an authentic without seeing it? You can tell with the click, it's the dimples, the top thing, but yes, it is an authentic. But if you see someone's post and it looks like this and you're asking if it's an authentic, look for the ear clicks or the jaw pad clicks, the dimple, this little thing here. That's one way you can tell without having to see the actual pads. Beautiful hit. Josh Allen. Craig saying you guys should have voted QB like I said. We're off to a good start with QBs. What an excellent hit. Congrats, Greg. Okay. Radke done for now. We'll do a live fill after our 2 Big Al's breaks. So let's do our 4-boxer first here. Let's read off who has who. I remember seeing Allen, but I didn't know if it was a 2, and it wasn't, but it didn't matter. Okay, in the 4-boxer, these were random teams. I didn't see a single trade, so I think we're good to go. Zach B, I've got you with Jacksonville combo. Greg, Atlanta. Tiger, Baltimore. Tim, Buffalo. Brian W, Carolina. Greg, you have Chicago and Cincy. Brad, Cleveland. Greg, Dallas. Bill S, you have Denver. Ty, you had Detroit in this one. Bill S, Green Bay. Tim, Houston. Greg, Indianapolis. Brad, Kansas City. Jonathan R, Las Vegas. Greg, Chargers. Joseph, the Rams. Bill S, Miami. Jim, you have Minnesota. Brian, you have New England. Bill S, New Orleans. Greg, the Giants. Chris O, the Jets. Obi, Philadelphia. Zach, you have Pittsburgh. Bill B, you have San Francisco. Greg, Seattle, Tennessee combo in Washington. And Jesse, you had Tampa Bay. Let's close and get our 4 boxes. Again, we're going to do a 3-box live fill after this. We kind of get to the point here at the end of the series where people assume the series, maybe other series at this point would be kind of dead. That's just not how it works with mine. We've got several headliner names still left in the series. Every team's still alive. I just prefer to run it to 120 out of the 190 so that I have a series to build around for the next series. So that's where we're at. You can claim any team that you like with confidence that there's helmets in there for it. I don't let anyone have a dead team. I hate the idea of claiming a dead team myself, so I avoid that with mine. Okay, let's get our box numbers. Oh, one fell out of the tube and fell on the ground. Ty, did I hear, or I saw you post a picture? Are you thinking about revamping and doing some mini stuff? Is that what I saw? Maybe not even mini stuff, just whatever you're about to do. If you are, let me know. Shoot me a message. Not that I need to know, but so that I can join some stuff. No, okay. If you do, let me know. I like supporting those that support me. So probably not. If you do, let me know. Okay. Get my list here. Let's cross off all our numbers from Monday. Okay. Let's roll. 4 numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4. Why was that every other perfectly? Okay, first number is 181, 181. Maybe someday they don't make many 6. Had to sacrifice your man cave. Yeah, I get it. Montana's so peaceful though, man. We were just up there to go to Island Park, and We're in parts of Montana, parts of Wyoming, parts of Idaho. I love it up there. So I get it, though. Next number. Oh, right next to it. 180. 181, 180. Going all high again still so far. 134, 134. And 150, 150. All highish numbers. That means absolutely nothing, but my brain likes patterns, so there's a pattern for us. Everything above 100. Okay, let me grab those guys. I'll be right back. All right. Okay. 181, 180, 134, 150. Okay, we're good. Put my screen up. 1 4-boxer, 3-boxer coming up next. 32 per team. We'll see how that one goes. Okay, 134. Series 33. 0 Wonka points on this one. It feels like it might have some weight. Well, we're following two themes on this one. One that I like, one that... Oh, wait. Big old signature staring at me. That is a, if you can't tell, Cleveland Browns hit. Cleveland Browns. You heard the thud. We got a second authentic STS. This time it is a 1.0. A different team. And the trend that I'm talking about from Monday, 3, 2, 1. I don't even know if I have any other players in the series that have left. I probably do that. I just don't realize. But we had Jonnu Smith Monday. Now Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb now what? A Texan, right? Great hit. Just a couple weeks too late on pulling him on the right team. As soon as the series shuts down, I look through it and I pull out. Although I don't know that I would have pulled this one out. It's an authentic Nick Chubb in my rep priced series. So not a bad hit. Who had Cleveland? That's true. And the STS is, man, Bill's good at it. I'm not. Cleveland, well, that's Brad. Breaking Brad. No disrespect to Nick Chubb, but I want to leave Josh Allen up front today. Great hit, Brad. Nick Chubb. I just hit Nick Chubb with you a few weeks ago. I think that was right after he got traded too, but mine, I don't know if, I think mine got here. It's on Flash. I love the flashes. Okay. Congrats, Brad. Nick Chubb, authentic STS 1.0. You ever want to talk about switching decals and stuff, talk to Bill. He showed me several projects. 7-pointer that I would be too scared to do. I would screw something up. I'd like burn a hole in the helmet, or I'd rip paint off. I don't know. I was never good at arts and crafts or fixing stuff. Whoever wins this is getting 7 points. This could be big because we're at the end of the series here. I want to say that, Bill, you got within 3 points of Greg, around there. I think you guys are a ways above everyone else, but someone could get close with this one if they're right behind. Trying to think who this is. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. We've got a Charger. Los Angeles Chargers. Who had LA? Well, I jinxed the comeback there for at least a little bit. Chargers, that is Greg. Greg hitting the Charger and getting 7 points with it. Checking one thing just to make sure my brain is, yeah. I wasn't even looking at the full signature. This is an obvious one. I just didn't see the full signature. I thought maybe it was a newer guy that I was excited to see. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. That's obvious. I saw here, and I don't want to tell you who's in the series, but there's a guy I'm excited to come out for the Chargers. That is quite easily Sean Merriman. We're talking about Radke. There's another Radke certification. Lights out. Sean Merriman, linebacker. Got a quarterback and other and a running back. You guys are tied for the lead right now. I don't feel like that's your first Merriman, Greg. I feel like you hit him once before. We got our picture here. I'm excited for a different classic speed Charger to come out. This one's cool too, but a guy I've never had before. 7 points. I'm guessing Joe Alt. It could be right. Could easily be right. Wonka, if I don't remember now. Whose did I forget? I forgot Bill's the other day during the stream, but I put it in after. That is our final 7-pointer, too. Our fourth 7-point has been hit. Chris Carter, Ray Lewis, Raymond Berry, and now Sean with an E, Merriman. Going to Greg. Nice hit, Greg. Today is the 16th. Okay, let's keep it moving. Box 180. That's all AFC so far. Everything is. Box 180, Series 33. 0 Wonka. I was going to send you a picture today, too, Bill B, of a jersey I got that I think you would think is cool. I forgot to send it to you, though. Now that you're talking, they reminded me of that. For a licensed jersey upcoming hit. I see it. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. This might be one I don't know, maybe in the past I would get flack for it. I don't think now. Colts on the slate. The reason I like this one is I haven't really ever seen this dude on specialties until just barely. I thought this one was cool. Indy, that's Greg again. Greg hitting on the Colts. 0-pointer, you got a Colts slate replica. And it is 3, 2, 1. Not Edge. We're going old school here. I've seen him all the time on classics from Schwartz or whatever else, and I think he's awesome. He's NFL top 100. He's not, you know, the new cream of the crop, but Lenny Moore, Hall of Fame 75 on a slate, I thought was kind of cool. Hall of Fame inscription, Lenny Moore, Beckett certified. This dude is not young, and he's still signing, so good for him. Lenny on a slate with some white ink. That's cool. Nice hit, Greg. Okay, box 181. See if we can pull a big name here. We had Nick Chubb, Sean Merriman, Lenny Moore. This is box 181, Series 33. 0 Wonka. And again, guys, we'll do our 3-boxer right after we do a recap of these. Zero Wonka. 3, 2, 1. It's a bad bag, but it does its job. Broncos Flash. We're playing to this guy here. And I'm not keeping track of positions either. Lenny was I used to always think that Lenny was a receiver, but Lenny was a running back, right? Is Lenny Moore still alive as the first surge? Was Lenny Moore a running back? Or was he a... Oh, man, he's listed as both a receiver and a running back. We're going to do stats. Someone else looked up his stats last time. Not his, but someone else. Will someone tell me if he's more of a running back or a wide receiver? Be honest. Okay, anyways, we got a Broncos here. Denver was... That's Bill. Bill S. Hitting the Broncos Flash. Love the Broncos Flash. And I know this position is for sure a running back. We went running back heavy. That's what you guys are voting for today. Just tell me, was Lenny more of a receiver or a running back? My brain always told me wide receiver, but then it pivoted to running back. And then it says he's a flanker and a halfback, which is both positions. TD, Terrell Davis, black ink on this one. That's another guy we see a lot from Racky. This one, though, is JSA. JSA certified Flash replica for the Denver Broncos. I'll look up Lenny Moore in a second, but let's get this one rolling. Congrats, winners. We had Nick Chubb, Lenny Moore, Sean Merriman, and Terrell Davis. Let's do a 3-boxer live fill, see if we can get some big names to come out. While you guys are, I'm going to look at his stats here. Is Lenny Moore still alive? I think he was primarily a running back. Oh, man, I can't tell. 5,100 rushing yards, 6,000 receiving yards. $48 touchdowns receiving, 79 rushing, or 63 rushing. That's a tough one. I don't know what to put him as. Did he line up in the running back position, Jeff? I think he might be a running back. He has more yards receiving, but that happens. Okay, let me look at the claims here. Let's get this rolling. Sorry, I get distracted there. Yeah, I'll make a ruling on that, but probably running back. Jonathan R. New England. Nick, I've got you with Buffalo. Bill B, one claim late on Buffalo. Bill S, just a couple late on Buffalo too, but I got you with Kansas City. Arizona going to Brad. Miami's Bill B. Minnesota is, oh, I missed some comments. Kansas City, late Kansas City, David H. Sorry about that. Arizona, I got, I don't know why my brain skips comments. Bill B, Miami, I got Joe. Joe, you know what my homework was for you, and you know what I'm going to ask you. Let's see if you know what the homework was. I sure hope you watched it. Bill S, Green Bay. San Francisco is Elliott. Minnesota is gone. Zach. Carolina going to Brian. If my brain will work. Tennessee going to Brad. Brad, what days are you on this week? Friday, Saturday, or Thursday, Saturday? Or am I off completely on that? Bill S, Detroit. Pittsburgh also going to you, Bill. Giants going to Phil. Atlanta is Bill. New England, you got him, unless was that a rebound? Did I not refresh and you were above it? Ooh, you were. But you rebounded anyways. Sorry, I almost always refresh to see, but I didn't that time. It didn't look like it was early. So, Jonathan, I got you on this New England. Colts going to Phil. Dallas, Ty, I got you. I guess I should. I get so used to typing your names a certain way. John, just a second behind on New England. Spends like Marshall Faulk before Marshall Faulk. Sounds like Marshall Faulk. Yeah, it probably is. He only had 363 receptions. Okay. Man, he averaged way more per reception. I haven't watched it yet. Gosh dang you, Joe. I swear. Thursday and Friday. Okay, I was wrong. I didn't say. I said Thursday, Saturday, Friday, Saturday. John, Philly. Okay, we have a ton of work to do here. I'll let you know who's left here. Let's start. He's out here. We've got, I'm just going to type them all on a line here, but you can see on my screen who's left. Probably about halfway. Maybe not. Baltimore, Chicago, Cincy, Cleveland, Denver, Houston, Vegas, Chargers, Rams, New Orleans, Jets, Tampa Bay, and Washington. So 17 claimed, 13 left. Make that 11 left. We're getting there. Baltimore going to David. Cincy going to Brian. Down to 11 left. This is our only Big Al's full size of the night besides the one that just ran. Joseph, I've got you with Washington. What's your name? Joe? Joe John? Joe Johnston? All right, Joe Johnston, what are you doing here? Well, John Lennar, I've got you with Chicago. Roger, got you with Tampa Bay. Thanks, you guys. Good luck to you. Bill B, Las Vegas. Down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 spots left. Let me update the little ticker list here. I believe those are the claims. Cleveland, Denver, Houston, Chargers, Rams, New Orleans, and the Jets. Down to 7. After you're on this one, we'll do Racky, and then we'll do some Big Al's licensed jerseys before we sign off for the night. We will be doing Fire Factory this weekend. Starting tomorrow, we will be doing a Big Al's licensed jersey. I may this time list it as a 2-boxer and change it to with the idea that it can change to a 3 if it fills well, instead of the other way around, because I don't know how many people join hoping that it's going to be 3. I would hope it was 3. Good grief. Brad, have you with Houston? Thank you. Down to 6. 6 spots left. Dustin with Denver. Dustin, I don't think you had your volume on last time. Can you, or do you have your volume on this time? It sounds like a stupid question, but I think maybe you were putting kids to bed or something that didn't have your volume on. Do you have your volume on? On Monday, that is. You have a $32 credit, Dustin. It was from, I don't know if you thought you got a team the time before and you paid for it and it wasn't there. Someone else has a credit too. Did Monday. So this spot is already paid for, Dustin. I want to say Zach has a credit too. I think you paid for an extra spot, Zach. Yours was from a different day, Dustin, but Zach, yours was from Monday. So if you're here, you have a $32 credit. Okay, we are down to 5 left. So that spot's already paid for, Dustin, just so we're on the same page. 5 left. Joe Johnston. All right, I'll stop with that. Jennifer, what else says? You know, that's, I don't know. You tell me I can go back and watch for absolutely nothing. Oh, man. Okay, we're getting there. Just down to 5 spots left. Again, this is our only live fill for Big Al's full sizes. We'll do a live fill jersey, but we're getting down to the end of the series here. Getting close to series, what, 34? Are we on 33? We are. Cleveland, Chargers, Rams, New Orleans, and the Jets. Yeah, the fact that he has 1,100 rushes and only 300 catches. He averaged 16 yards a catch. Jeez Louise. 4.8 isn't bad per rush, though, either. So that's a running back. Jeff's saying, I told you, it's a running back. Just listen to me. We've got 1 quarterback. 3 running backs. You guys are ahead of it this time. 1, 2, 3, 0, and 1 other. Okay, don't blow it this time. Got a 2-point lead. And if you guys end up on top, running back, tight end, someone will win the Deion Sanders Lunar Mini that's sitting on the edge of the table right there. I don't know when I made the change from credit to that, but we did, and I like it. So, okay, still 5 left. Cleveland, the Los Angeleses, New Orleans, and the Jets. Chargers, Rams, Saints, Jets, and Brownies. Then we'll get rolling. Okay, Joe. Sounds good. You don't have to watch it, but I think it's a funny show. And you'll laugh at that part. It's on my movie list, okay. I have a ton on my list too, and I don't have time to do them all. But Carlos, I forgot to ask you last stream. Have you changed your residence, your address? You don't need to type it in here, but I don't have access to message you on Messenger. Have you changed where these need to be shipped since the last time I shipped here? Or are you still at the same place? Because I have your address, but I wanted to make sure it was not the wrong one. They didn't move. Because you won something last night, Monday. You won the Vince Wilfork. Down to 4, same. Good, because I already shipped it today. I can stop it, but it already went out. I could pull anything back if I want to. On the way to you. Okay, we are down to last four. Cleveland, Chargers, Rams, and New Orleans. And yes, two of those teams hit in this first break, but that doesn't mean much. And I doubt anyone was chasing those two players that hit. So they're the only ones that are definitely not possible on their teams. Let's read off who has who for the time being. Brad, I've got you with Arizona, Jacksonville. Bill S, Atlanta. David H, Baltimore. Nick, you have Buffalo. Brian, you have Carolina and Cincy. Jonathan R, you have Chicago. Ty, you have Dallas. Dustin, you have Denver. Bill S, you have Detroit, Green Bay, and Kansas City. Brad, you have Houston. Phil, you have Indy. Bill B, you have Vegas. Chargers and Rams are open. Bill B, you also have Miami. Joe, you have Minnesota. Jonathan R, you have New England. New Orleans is open. Phil, I have you with the Giants. Carlos, the Jets. John, Philadelphia. Bill S, Pittsburgh. Elliot, San Francisco. Brad, Seattle, Tennessee. Roger, you have Tampa. And Joseph, you have Washington. Let's roll some bingo balls here. Let's do this. I mean, it's not like it's much at all, but let's drop the last four to 28 instead of 32. So a little under $10 per team per helmet. Bill B, I got you at Cleveland with an asterisk there for 28. Chargers, Rams, and New Orleans left at 28 a spot. Rams going to Carlos, gotcha. New Orleans going to Brian. And Chargers going to Zach. Zach, did you hear me say I'm pretty sure you overpaid on Monday? I think you maybe when you had both teams, but you dropped one or something. I need to double check, but I'm pretty sure you have a credit for 32. Anyways. Okay, we're closed there. Let's close and get our box numbers and open them up, and then let's do Radke next. Okay, here we go. Three numbers. 1, 2, 3. Notepad. Perfect. Yeah, so I have to listen to a lot of stuff on mute if I don't need my wife to hear what I'm joining, or if I'm in public. 60. Last. What's last? Gosh dang it. There are no spots left if you were trying to claim the last spot. We will do Radke next and then licensed jerseys, but as far as this one, you're on mute. Yeah. Sorry, guys. Yawning. That was a big one. 60 and then 50. Making it easy. 60, 50. And 59. What is it with these being by each other, just like last time? 59. Okay, let me grab those. 50, 59, 60. I don't need to bring my notebook for that. That's an easy one to remember. 50, 60, and 59. 50, 60, 59. Okay. 50, 59, and 60. 60, 50, 59. Good to go. Okay, next up, guys, will be our second Racky box of the night. We'll leave 2 for next Monday, and then we'll do some licensed jerseys. Let me get it copied so it's ready to go. Perfect. Okay, 3-boxer. Box 50 up first. Series 33. 2 Wonka points. Well, I don't know who it is yet because it's in a bag. Yes, you can have the bag. That's 2 points. 2-pointer. I can't tell. Let's see what this is. It's a double bag. Let's pull this off together. 3, 2, 1. Didn't we just see? I'm going a little crazy here. Didn't we just see a Saints amp? Where did we see the Saints amp? It was Olave. Was it from Fire Factory? No. Oh, it was from, yeah, it was Fire Factory, not Racky. It was Fire Factory, right? That's right. Who has New Orleans? Brian, can you imagine if this was a third Olave for you in the last little while? We got another amp after I said you don't see a lot of Saints amps. You really don't. I love this helmet. If you're a Saints fan, you'll love this helmet. Not a name we see too much. 3, 2, 1. Nice big autograph, too. This is one that if I hit, I'd keep it safely forever in my PC. You guys know I'm a big fan of this era of running backs and wide receivers. And that's Deuce McAllister. How cool is that helmet, man? Deuce McAllister on the Saints amp going to the New Orleans spot. That's Brian. Brian, congrats. That was a discounted spot, too. It was sitting. Brian, congrats. I know you are a Saints fan. Did you like Deuce? I don't know how you couldn't like him if you're a Saints fan. And I said 2 points. Let me put that in real quick. Yeah, it's a cool helmet. I think it's cool. If you don't think it's cool, that's totally fine. We all collect a little differently. Okay. Got your 2 points, Brian. Congrats. It's an awesome hit. Okay, box 59. Series 33. 0 Wonka. First jersey was Deuce. My first jersey was Dorsey Levens, the running back for the Packers. I loved Dorsey. I pinned it up above my bed, so I had like a jersey hanging over the bed. I thought it was cool. I was cool. I didn't think I was cool. I was cool. That's not a running back. You guys are... Did I only miss 1? Yeah. You guys are up 3. This Deion Sanders is likely going home with someone tonight. Unless there's a huge run on other positions starting right now. Okay. Which team do we have here? We've got a classic speed for those Green Bay Packers. Emmett for me I still have mine too. You know what I love? I love those posts where it says, like on social media, where it says no one can separate the love a fan has with their wide receiver 6, or, that one of these receivers that no one really cares about, but it was from your team growing up, of a player that you just loved. Show me Dorsey Levens right after I talked about him. Who had Green Bay? Green Bay, that's Bill. Bill with your Packers 3, 2, 1. Well, we managed to hit the one position that hasn't hit yet, so that doesn't really hurt you much. Now it's 4 to 1 to 1 to 1. The young stud receiver for the Packers, that is Jayden Reed. Jayden Reed, no idea where he'll be on the depth chart for us. Who's going to be the number one receiver in Green Bay? Is it going to be Matthew Golden, Christian Watson, Jayden Reed? I know I'm already forgetting. Who am I forgetting? There's like 3 other like tier guys, but there's one other big one that I can't think of. I mean, big for the Packers. We have 7 third-string receivers, so probably OBJ come September. Maybe. Which receiver am I forgetting about? Oh my gosh. I'm not in my off-season form like I should be. I gotta step it up here soon. Hold on. Of course, I'm freezing my computer, which might be freezing the stream. I didn't post that. It did it on its own. Ignore that. I don't know why it did that. It's not ready. What in the freak is happening? I'm really sorry. My computer froze and then it posted it. I hit enter on the other screen and then it did that. I'm really sorry. Almost there. Dobbs. Gosh dang it. Dobbs. He's in my Jersey Series break. Close Radke. I'm winning. There you go. That's one way to do it. Okay, so that'll be up next, guys. We still have 1 box left. Apologies. Box 60. Series 33. 0 Wonka. Now it's... Am I skipping for you guys? It's skipping for me on the screen. All because I looked up one dang depth chart and couldn't remember Romeo Dobbs. Is the stream okay? Are we okay? Just let me know before I open this. I don't want to open the box on a blind screen. It's not lagging for me anymore here, so we're probably good. Good here. Okay, thank you. That makes 2 helmets today for the Big Owls that have a visor. The Nick Chubb Authenticated visor. This 49ers Classic Speed Rep has a visor. San Francisco. 0 Wonka. Yeah, sorry about that. I just freaked my computer out by trying to look up a depth chart, so that's my bad. Who had San Francisco? That is Elliott. Elliott hitting on the Niners. Speed Rep with a visor. Who do you got here, Elliott? Ooh, mama. 3, 2, 1. Not a cheap helmet these days. I'm not sold on him. I think he's good. I don't know if he's great. Who puts – is Brock Purdy safely above Jordan Love for you guys? Do you guys think Purdy's above Love? He costs a lot more. Elliott, great hit. Brock Purdy, you guys don't have to answer if you got your Radke stuff loaded in. Who's a better quarterback, Brock Purdy or Jordan Love? Because Brock Purdy costs like $100 more, maybe even more than that, than Jordan Love. That's a Purdy helmet, it is, and he's not cheap, so that's a great hit. Nice hit, Elliott. Has been a while, Elliott. J.J. McCarthy. I'm excited for McCarthy, which I shouldn't be. He's a Viking. Okay, we had Deuce McAllister on the amp, Jayden Reed, and Brock Purdy. Let's do our second Radke here. Apologies for the delay there. So quarterbacks creeping up on you, 4 to 2 to 1 to 0. No, 1 to 1. It didn't register because I was lagging out when I was trying to put that there. Okay, this one will fill slowly here. Let's show my little screen that has a list of players. Team. All right, let's see where we're at. We've got, let me refresh. Top chat back to live chat. Okay, spot 1 is Bill S. Spot 2 is Dustin with Tampa, San Francisco, Tampa. Spot 3, Green Bay. Spot 4, Detroit. Spot 5, Philly. Jonathan R. Spot 6, Dave's got the Cowboys. Spot 7, Carolina. I was going to say the only way this fills is if it's filling quicker, is if they're all not duplicates, which they're not. So that helps. Spot 7, Carolina. Spot 8 is Washington for David. Spot 9 is Minnesota for Zach. Spot 10 is Pittsburgh for David, right? Pittsburgh, David. Cleveland is spot 11 for Brad. Ty just laid on Dallas. Sorry about that. A couple claims behind. Indy is spot 12 for Brad. 13 is New England for John. 14 is Chicago for Les. Oh, I'm not on the right spot on the keyboard. 15 is Kansas City for David. And 16 is Tampa Bay. Nope, Tampa Bay's gone. Tennessee is 16 for David. We're closed on that one there. Carlos just one claim behind on Atlanta. Let me make sure I didn't do too little or too much here. But since Tampa was claimed, I think it blocked you out for just a second. Yeah. Okay, are there any? David's giving you the chance to take it if you want it. Looks like. So, Carlos, if you want in, it looks, David, you'll drop Tennessee. Is that what you're saying? So it's up to you two. David is willing to drop it, Carlos, if you want to get in since he got the spot right before. Totally up to you, Carlos. You would close us with Atlanta. He's offering the spot up for you. I'll make sure Carlos is still here though. Sometimes if I miss out and I know it's the last helmet, I take off. I like to watch to see, but just make sure here. If not, David, if he's turning it down, then you've got Tennessee still. But let's just give it a second here to see if he's still hanging out. Son of a biscuit! I missed this dang thing I was trying to bid on. That's all right. Yes, thanks. Okay, Carlos, you got Atlanta to close us. Thanks, Dave. I appreciate that. That's kind of you. So I've got you with Kansas City, Dave, and then Carlos is closing us with Atlanta. I don't think I saw any randoms up for sale. Nope, none earlier either. I like it. It makes it a little easier. So let's roll. Okay, for those that are sticking around for the jerseys, that's our last fill of the night. Take a screenshot there if you don't know who they are. $30 per claim. We'll open 2 licensed jerseys. Find 2 winners there. Okay, let's go here. And let's run this list 7 times. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. New York Giants down to Baltimore. Okay, in this one, am I sharing the right screen? I am. Bill S., I've got you with San Francisco, New York Giants, Green Bay, and Cincy. Dustin, you have Tampa and New Orleans. Joseph, you have Detroit and the Jets. Jonathan R., Philadelphia and Miami. David L., you have Dallas and Las Vegas. Brian W., Carolina, Tennessee. David L., Washington, Buffalo. Zach, you have Minnesota, Houston. David L., you have Pittsburgh and the Chargers. Brad, you have Cleveland and the Rams. Did I miss a claim? No, I didn't. Brad, Cleveland Rams and Indy, Jacksonville. John K, you had New England and Seattle. Les, Chicago, Arizona. David H, you have Kansas City and Denver. And then Carlos, you had Atlanta, Baltimore. Same. Thanks, David. Yeah, thanks, Dave. Okay, let's close. And again, guys, I'm going to post the licensed jersey after we recap who hits here. And that'll likely be our last fill of the night. I've already got this caught up, so you guys, I think you guys are winning that many tonight. Okay, let's figure out which box. 3, 4, or 6. 3, 4, or 6. Oh, that was a horrible roll. Bounced into the wall here. You can see it there. That actually works. That is one of our numbers. That's a 6. 6 is where we're at. So Radke box 6. That'll leave us box 3 and 4 for Monday. Good luck, everyone. Box 4, Salute to Service Series. We've pulled 2 STSs so far. Maybe half of them are off. We did pull an Eclipse already from this series, so we know they're not all salutes, which I think I'm okay having them not be all STS. Although that'd be fun too. Except we're missing a... We don't have a helmet box in this one. I bought extra. I've got extra, so I'll put one on this. Okay. I see the team. I don't see the player. I see the style. And I'll get whoever wins this a helmet box. I like the way they travel in helmet boxes compared to not. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. We've got a flash. So maybe half STS, or maybe the other STS was just by chance. Well, I guess we'll know on Monday once we open the last 2. See if we get another STS on Monday. You see the tag here, so we've got another authentic, and this time it's a Cowboys Flash authentic. Ty, look away. There, you're commenting right when I'm saying that. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, man. Now you got to just hope it's not your main man, Ty. David had Dallas. Congrats, David. Starting to get a little bit hotter. You had a little bit of a cold streak there with me. Flash authentic for the Dallas Cowboys. Ty saying no Jason Witten. No Jason Witten. Let's see who it is. 3, 2, 1. It's not Jason Witten. Okay, now this is kind of funny. Dave, remember when you hit the... Oh, of course you do. Remember you hit the Luther Burden and it showed up as DeMarcus Ware? So maybe these were signed. I'll check this one. Let's make sure. He already fixed it, so the other one was already shown correctly. But let's make sure this one shows correctly, just so I don't leave it on. DeMarcus Ware, beautiful helmet on the flash too. That's cool. Let's make sure this one doesn't say Luther Burden. Nope, it says DeMarcus Ware. This was signed in Chantilly, Virginia, on June 30th. 2.5 weeks ago. That's insane, man. That fast it comes back to us. Congrats, Dave. DeMarcus Ware, authentic flash, full-size helmet. Okay, let's do a licensed jersey series 2-boxer to end the night. There they are. Yeah, great hit. Okay. I think we got a few of you guys claiming for others. So I'll make sure that I catch those. Okay. Top chat it and then live chat it. We also have a DeMarcus wearing the license jersey. That's funny. Okay, final break of the night. 2-boxer here on the jerseys. Let's see where we get here on this one. So we've got Bill with Josh Allen. I've got Scott with Anthony Edwards. Ovechkin for Todd. Todd and Zach, did you guys ever connect? I know you guys are busy. If you haven't, you got the numbers. So I'll keep it until I hear from you. The Clemens. Ovechkin with some randoms up. Marino for Mark. Ovi's gone. Caleb going to Les. That's spot 5. Polamalu spot 6 for Obi. Teemu Selanne spot 7 for Brian. Caleb's gone. Rose and Bergeron, those are both for Larry. I know he asked you to claim a couple for him. Larry and then Bergeron. Ellie is number 10. That's for Bill S. Bob, you're claiming for Greg, who's not here tonight. Sergey Bobrovsky for Greg. You've got Chipper right after. Okay, no problem. He's got little kids too, so sometimes it's hard to find time. 13 is Carlson for Brian. Okay, we're 7 spots away. I'll start showing some pictures here in a second, but let's see if we can get a few more claims before I'll start reading them now. But we're 7 claims away to close this one. This is our last break of the night. 2-box license jersey. That was another. So you guys are, unless we get 2 quarterbacks or 2 others, you guys are taking home the Deion Sanders. This will be every name that's joined a break tonight. Every spot that you've joined will go into the randomizer, and someone will win the Deion Sanders. Congrats, group, on sticking with running back, tight end. You guys stuck with that one. Okay, let's show my screen here and look at some of the open jerseys to get this filled up. 7. I'll only read off the teams that are the players that are still open. Mark, you'll take Dion and Penix. You got it. So down to 5. I was just about to say Penix. Let me write them down real quick here. That's 14 and 15. Hold on. We got to do I'm going to do Mark MC and Mark M for those 2, even though we'll know by the claim, but. And Julio, you got it. So Stockton in between there. 14, 15, 16 is Stockton. 17 is Julio. I'm starting to type Jake. Is Jake there whispering in your ear? He's swearing under his breath at me. I already know. It's okay. Stockton, Julio. Okay, so 3 spots left. Devon Toews still left there. Tim Brown, Jack Eichel. Carlton Fisk on the authentic Mitchell and Ness CC. Cal Ripken Jr. Ilya Sorokin. Tony Kukoc. DeMarcus Ware. Jalen Williams. Marcel Dion, Shane Doan. Kyle Connor, 4 Nations jersey, Paul Pierce, Mitchell and Ness. Ronaldinho and Jim Rice. Ronnie Lott, Max Crosby, Allen Iverson, Roger Clemens hit on Monday. Kaprizov and Neighbors still both there. Jerome Bettis, Richardson still there. Patrick Ewing. Surprised he isn't here. Yeah, I already know he's yeah. Caleb's gone. Romeo Dobbs. I didn't realize I had that many Atlanta guys in there. So. C.J. Stroud, Adrian Dantley still left. Lawrence Taylor, Jamal Murray, Nick Chubb. Who's the other person that hit? Dwayne Wade, Kirby Doc. Keller still available. Newton and Carter still available. Garrett Wilson out there. Bobrovsky. Nope, those are both gone. Sorry. Justin Jefferson. Frank Thomas is there on the hit. So Jefferson's still available. Altuve, Sean Alexander. CMC and Mike Schmidt still there. Rasheed Wallace, Aiden Hutchinson, Carter Verhage, Jack Hughes, Scary Terry. That's it. Those are our available jerseys. Lots of headliner type names. Let's go here. You're taking Garrett Wilson. That's spot 18. Again, guys, there's a few above that we're offering randoms up, which if you want to join for just $10, you can take some randoms off of them. You would get assigned who gets assigned to them. You'll also find a wait and see if you see anyone that you want to offer to buy or that are already offered up for sale. But the only way to guarantee is by grabbing a random spot if you want to get in for $10. Anyways, a few of those open, but there's also 2 main spots left to close this. Well, that's unfortunate. Spelling error. Knights. I bet I have so many spelling errors. I like find one a week, and it bugs me that I left it that long. Oh well. Okay, 2 spots left. Probably about 20 headliner type names still available to claim as well. Let's make sure it is 18. It is. You mentioning me in a comment. Thank you. I don't care. Yep, I see that. Stroud, CJ Stroud going to spot 19 for Bill with non-capital letters, which bugs me. Okay, down to our final spot, guys. One final spot. Dustin taking Scary Terry. I do need to. I was going to do this last night while I was laying in bed, and I forgot. I was going to look at who like the oldest 5 jerseys are, and I forgot to look. I don't know if Terry's one of the oldest 5, but he's close. I'm trying to think who's been in for a long time. I think Hutchinson's been in for a while. Yeah, I bet Scary Terry's between 5 and 10. He might be top 5 though. Crosby's been in there for a while too. Jefferson's been in there, probably top 5 for sure. Anyway, I'll look later so I can know who the top 5 are. I probably shouldn't, because then it'll bug me if they keep not coming out. There was one name in Christians that I was chasing. It started in October, and he still hasn't hit. We're almost up to a year. Not really, but 9 months. I bet Scary Terry's been in there for 3 or 4 months. Eric says Jefferson. That's the one that stood out to me. Maybe Jefferson is the oldest. Proof of life photo on Palomalo. You guys can always do that. If you want me to take it, like go find the box after the stream, open it, and show you that he's alive. Palomalo is one of the top 5 too, I bet. That's funny. Just that he's still breathing, right? Okay, 42 names. We're going to run this list. No solos got claimed up, but those that we're offering to sell solos, you can still sell your players after you see them. The final 2 names will be the only 2 that are available to buy for $10 a piece on the 7th roll. We just have to be the first to claim them. One at a time, like I always say. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Jim Rice, Jalen Williams are our 2 solos. Palomalo's been in since February. Oh, that's 5 months. I pulled 1 downtown in cars, and it was Palomalo. That's cool. That's probably a cool downtown, too. I don't have any downtowns. Jim Rice, Jalen Williams are our 2 solos today for $10 a piece. Okay. No. Okay, see if anyone has any discounts for having 3 of the same sport. Bill, I've got you with Josh Allen, Carlton Fisk, and Malik Neighbors. Scott H., Anthony Edwards, Sorokin, and Murray. Todd, Ovechkin, Hughes, and Dion. Mark, you have Marino, Doan, and... Oh, Todd, I skipped you. You have a triple and NHL. NHL and NFL are 3, NBA and MLB are 5. So, Todd, you have a $3 discount. Started reading in autopilot. Didn't miss those, right? Nope. Mark, Marino, Doan, and Bettis, Les, Williams, Connor, and Taves. Obi, you have Palomalu, Altuve, and Max Crosby. Brian, Solani, Keller, and Richardson. Larry B, you have Rose, DeMarcus Ware, Ronaldinho, Bergeron, Rasheed Wallace, Kaprizov. Bill S, you have Ellie De La Cruz, Kirby Doc, and Tony Kukoc. Greg, Bobrovsky, Pierce, and Ewing. Bill S, Chipper Jones, Dwayne Wade, and Ripken. Brian Carlson, Carter, and Chubb. Mark McGuire. So Mark M, you were the one up here. Mark McGuire, you've got Sanders, Eichel, Schmidt, Penix, Dantley, and McCaffrey. And I'm going to skip a line. Jones, Alexander, Hutchinson. That is a $3 off spot, Mark. So $3 less for your spots. And then in between, Zach, you had Stockton, Tim Brown, Ronnie Lott, Elliott, Garrett Wilson, Verhage, Dobbs, Bill S, Stroud, Jefferson, Newton. That's $3 off too. Dustin, McLaurin, Iverson, and Lawrence Taylor. So Bill S, $3. Okay, I will buy Hutchinson for sale. I read him over here somewhere. Mark McGuire, if you want to sell Hutchinson for 10 to Eric, let him know. Obi has Altuve and Crosby for sale. $10 a piece there for those. Larry is Kaprizov for sale. Larry is not here to answer, unfortunately. He is gone, but he's a hockey guy. He'd probably keep that. I don't know, though. He sells some hockey. He keeps other hockey. He's not here, though, unfortunately. That's why he had John buy him for him or claim him for him. Tim Brown and Ronnie Lott are up for trade from Zach. All by Altuve. That's going to Brady. Sold Brady. Hughes and Dion for trade. Hughes and Dion are up for trade. Eric can have Hutch. Yeah, it is $10. So Hutch for 10 to Eric. Hutch has been there for a long time, too. So they were up for trade. Nick says he'll buy Hughes, Todd, if you want to sell Hughes. And then we have Dion for Lott. Marcel Dion for Ronnie Lott was a sure trade. Okay. Okay. And then the only thing else besides the ones that are listed is, Todd, if you want to sell Hughes to Nick. Let us know if you want to sell Mr. Hughes. And again, neither solo's been claimed yet. Jim Rice, Jalen Williams. Would like to have them sell, but if they don't, they don't. I'm not going to wait around for the 2 spots, that's for sure. We'll give it a second here, though. Sure, Nick, good luck. Okay, so Nick is buying Jack Hughes. Nick, you have it. Okay, so Ronnie Lott, let's change him back to whatever color he was because you're not selling him. Same with this one. Max Crosby's up for sale. Tim Brown's up for trade. Jim Rice, Jalen Williams are up for sale. Again, guys, this is where we're ending tonight. I appreciate you hanging out with me. A little sluggish. It's been a long couple days. My wife was gone all day. I had kids with play dates and trying to work in between them. Dance. I feel like I don't get a summer. My wife's a teacher. Isn't it supposed to be like easy for the summer? Doesn't make any sense. Throw the yellow flag. Thanks, Ovi. You're welcome. Thank you. Good luck. Okay, last chance to buy Rice, Williams, Crosby, or trade for Tim Brown. We're going to get rolling here. Okay, let's get our 2 jerseys. Trade Sorokin or Murray for Crosby. Crosby again. Obi, do you want to trade Crosby for Ilya Sorokin or Jamal Murray? Sorokin, Islanders, Camo Adidas, Jamal Murray, Nuggets, Nike. If you want to trade, prefer to sell, he says. Okay. Don't let me forget to run the Dion unless somehow these are 2 quarterbacks or 2 others. I guess it could happen, but that would be odd. We have pulled 2 NBA on Saturday, 2 MLB on Monday, so the trend is there. 2 numbers. 1, 2. Oh, man. 116, 116 is the first number. And I can go there, I suppose. Man, everything's been close. 116 now, 126, 126. Bingo Ball's playing games today. Okay. 116 and 126. I'm going to give it a second here before I grab the boxes. Jim Rice, Jalen Williams, Max Crosby up for sell, Tim Brown up for trade. Okay, let's see one claimants. Let me go grab those. 116, 126. Blind as a bat. How could I have possibly just stepped in something wet? You son of a... Oh, that's my dog. Are you kidding me? All right, whatever. Okay. 116, 126, 126, 116. Good luck, everyone. My dog decides to come down here and freaking... Maybe. box has been used a couple times in the past. I think I know who it is. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. I definitely know who it is. This is actually from my PC, but I got a second one by being lucky. All-time Arizona Coyotes leading scorer, AJCOA there. That is Shane Doan on the Fanatics jersey. It's a beautiful jersey. Let me open it. Let's see who had Shane Doan. Shaney Doan. Spot 4 going to Mark Manis on your Dan Marino claim. Mark hitting Doan. Nice hit, Mark. The Coyotes are no more. They are now my beloved Utah Mammoth. Shane Doan. His son was on the Utah Mammoth, then he got traded away, so he's gone now. Captain Patch as well, Fanatics. Beautiful jersey. It's not a Fanatics premium, so no fight strap on this one, but beautiful jersey. Nice hit, Mark. Well, that means you guys win the Dion too, because that's not a quarterback or another. So we'll run the Dion giveaway right after this next jersey. $126. Yep. Okay. 126. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. That's the big jersey. I am extremely surprised at how little this jersey was claimed, especially the second half of while he was in there. This was a random. I don't think anyone claimed him today. Let me see who had him. I can't find it. There it is. I see it. Just in case, for those that don't know what signature that is, we used to see him all the time on Carolina items, a lot less on San Francisco items. That is Christian McCaffrey on a Nike. That's going to the other Mark M. Mark McGuire hitting CMC. Beautiful jersey. Nike authentic. Going to Mark McGuire. Fanatic certified on this one. Extra large Nike Niners. Fantastic hit. He's a headliner in every series he goes in on the Niners now. Beautiful hit. The Marks both hitting tonight. Mark Manis, Mark McGuire. Shane Doan on the reddish jersey. CMC on a red jersey. Beautiful hits there. And that just pounds the numbers for you. It gets even higher on running backs. So you fully earned the giveaway. So let's do that now. Okay, someone is going to walk away with Deion Sanders. We hit a Niner there at the end. This is a Niner freebie from me to you. So Deion Sanders, nice auto there too. Lunar Eclipse Mini. See something new every day. I guess it holds it down. We'll leave it on there. Why not? Back to certified. I didn't even see that when I pulled it out. Okay, if you joined a break tonight, you have a chance to win this one. Let's start doing that here. Yeah, thank you. These names here. Let's start pulling them. Let's do it over here. Let's just do it all in one spot this time. Not a lot of random sold today, so that'll help a little bit with the typing. Brady, Eric, Nick. Brady, Eric, Nick. Okay, if you join a break, you have a chance at these bounties. Usually about a 25% chance, so not bad. On that list 7 times. Top name gets to Deion Sanders. If you prefer the Jack Ham or the Deion Sanders, let me know, please. I had them both up. I just wanted to give you a different option today. So 180 names tonight. Several of you in there more than once or twice or 5 times or 10 times. 3, 4, 5, 6. And the giveaway for the Deion Sanders going to Ty. I don't know who that's supposed to be. Oh, I copied the empty names. That's all right. Ty, are you still here? Winning the freebie. Ty Bates. What is that empty spot? Oh, yeah, it was. It was from the one basketball player not getting claimed, Damian Lillard. So that's who it was. I didn't notice that, but oh well. Ty Bates taking home. He might not be here. Taking home Deion or Jack Ham. I'll message him after this. Greg right after John, Brian, Zach, Bill, Craig, Larry, Ty, and Greg to watch the top 10. Okay. Good guesses tonight, guys, on the running back tight end. You guys won by quite a bit there. Last place gets an attaboy. Were you last place? You were. Attaboy, yeah. All right. Let's do a quick recap here. Non-Big Al stuff tonight. We had 3 jerseys. So we had Larry Johnson licensed, Mitchell and Ness. We had Tim Stutzel licensed Adidas, and Jonathan Papelbon. So cool jerseys there. Our full-size helmets from Radke today were Josh Allen Authentic, DeMarcus Ware Authentic. The rest for Big Al's. Nick Chubb Authentic STS, Sean Merriman Classic, Lenny Moore Slate, Deuce McAllister Amp, Terrell Davis Flash, Jaden Reed Classic, Brock Purdy Classic with a visor. Deion Sanders was the giveaway. And then McCaffrey and Shane Doan on the jerseys. Al, would you be interested in getting into the Ken Anderson you hit Brad's? I need to find out. Maybe, Mark? I need to see if I still have it or if I moved it. I'll check. Send me a message so it reminds me to look for it. I'll be your top fan. Thanks, John. Congrats, winners. Sorry to those that didn't hit. It's a fun Wednesday night. We'll be back tomorrow with just our weekend breaks. Listing tomorrow for Saturday, most likely. Monday will be our last day for Series 33. I'll get all the players in that you guys have seen hit that you're sad about hitting back in for Series 34. Hopefully we can pull a few more big names. Brock Purdy, probably the biggest name tonight. That's a nice helmet. Some other fun ones, though, too. From Big Al's. Josh Allen, obviously bigger than Brock Purdy, but we'll see you on the weekend if you're around for those ones, or Monday for the last day of Series 33. Appreciate you guys. Have a great rest of your weekend. Thought I'd get the purple brown. Not even with that one, you didn't get it. I need to turn that off. I don't know how that thing works. Okay, peace. Thanks, guys.